This month you're going to erupt like a volcano. Literally, you are reaching such an important stage of your life. You will know exactly what is the truth and what is not the truth. And that in itself is going to open your eyes. But most certainly, most importantly, it is going to put you on the path that you should be at this very moment in time. It's all going to lead to you wanting change. It's all going to lead to you wanting to live your life in a different ways, but in different ways, but in the best possible ways. What was missing in your life, what is missing in your life, it's most certainly going to become quite evident this month indeed. But most certainly, most importantly, all these feelings that you are going to have, all these emotions that you are going to have, they will just really redirect you on the path in your life that you should be on, that you should be doing, what you should be doing, the way you should be living, the way you should be like kind of projecting things in your life in your own very special and unique way. It looks like that you are reaching such an interesting stage, interesting part of your life as well, because you will have enough of something. You are going to find yourself on such a crossroads where you are just going to be really pulled towards the different stage, towards the different aspect of your life that is going to come out of the blue, and it is really going to surprise you. But your own spiritual essence, your own spiritual power, your intuition, your third psychic eye, all these things are going to be guiding you along this path. So this is going to be important. It really looks like that you are going to have enough, really enough of something. And that particular thing that you're going to find yourself having enough of, it's absolutely right. This is going to awaken you. This month is going to awaken you. It is going to awake who you are. It is going to awake your power. It is going to awake your very unique and important spiritual essence. It is going to remind you of what your part in this universe is, but exactly the importance of trusting yourself and living your life the way you want to live, doing things that you want to do. It's all about you finding yourself on an important journey. My gorgeous Scorpioni, it's about you finding yourself on a very new path, brand new path. This is going to become a very attractive part of your life. It's to do with a new beginning. It's to do with a new start. But before that happens, you are going to find yourself exploring the specific part of your life. The enthusiasm is going to take over. The optimism is going to take over. It's going to remind you of feelings and emotions, that are so important to you, in order to recognize which parts of your life you should be paying attention to. This is the time of your awakening, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and this is why this is so important. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Scorpio, and it's for February 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and it's for February 2022. Do you know, when it comes to numerology, how much I like numerology and how much this means to me, because I can understand so much more about the specific aspects that you are going to be going throughout the actual month of February. Like, oh my Lord, your number in numerology is number 444. You are about to move on. You are about to step on a new path. You are about to come across a very interesting journey that is literally going to change everything. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, please, my gorgeous Scorpioni, pay attention to these golden little dates that I'm going to tell you. The 4th of February, the 14th of February, the 24th of February. These 3 days you need to pay attention to, because every time, each 3 days you need to pay attention to, because each time you're actually going to have, each day you're actually going to have a very strong sense of intuition, but also at the same time pay attention to the actual signs, pay attention to the ideas, pay attention to where your mind is taking you. These 3 days are going to be very sacred and very special, but in particular when it comes to the 24th of February, it's going to be a big mama in so many different ways, my lord. So you see, you have got again three times number 4. So it's not 4th of February, 14th of February, and the 24th of February. So each day, you know, you're gonna gather a little bit more. Each day, this is going to affect your own spiritual essence in the best possible way. So you're gonna get that much wiser. But the 24th of February, this is going to be the big mama moment. This is when something really special, like really special, is going to happen to you, and it's just emotionally really going to help you to connect from such a higher aspect, such a higher angle. And it's like, oh my God, these are the feelings and emotions and power, our own essence that I'm talking about. We need to feel this power. We need to feel this essence. In order to feed our spiritual essence, we just have to trust ourselves and not to ignore things that are like pretty much so on our mind. I'm not saying that you were ignoring it, but you will see exactly what am I talking about. You will see how important this is actually going to be. So these 3 days are like a big mama days. You need to pay attention to them indeed. On another hand, you know, number 444 in numerology, it's just basically you're going to come up with a very good idea, very good plan, but this plan is also going to consist of you knowing exactly what is the best thing to do when it comes to your finances. It's to do with your financial situation, but it's also to do with the right thing when it comes to like protecting yourself financially, you know. It's to do with the finances, but also it's to do with you really starting to pave a very important path this month, you know. So what you're going to start doing, what you're going to start being very impressed about, what is going to rejuvenate you spiritually, make you feel so good about yourself in terms of optimism, that particular thing, it's like going to be pretty much so to do with your own path that you are going to find yourself at, and you will know what this is. You will know what this is. But at the same time, this is a sacred time. Sorry, this is a sacred time because you know you are. This, my God, this February is primarily also directly responsible for you bringing some very, very important people into your life. Okay, so you're gonna come across some very interesting people to start with, but on another hand, by the time the February actually finishes, you will know, you will be aware that some very special and very important people are actually going to start kind of coming into your life and becoming the part of your life. And this in itself, it's also like going to kind of remind you of like the specific journey and how important this specific journey is to you. It's just being around people who are like you, but also who think like you, who feel like you, who are sharing your own weirdness. Hello, darling, you know, like, and things like that. But also on another hand, it's just about knowing that, you know, what you're gonna be doing, it's just like kind of where you're gonna find yourself at. There is so much more that it's going to come out of it. It's going to be very complex, but you will not kind of like be aware of the fact that this is almost immediately going to bring like a really important people in your life. And one of them, it's also going to be like, you know, a bit of like a stranger in the night, Scorpioni in the morning, stranger in the night, Scorpioni in the morning. One of them is going to be that as well, but that person is not going to make themselves show this month, but it's gonna, that person is going to, what is going to happen and what you're gonna think, what you're gonna focus on, what you will want to do and achieve, it's going to consist of you paying attention to the certain like direction when it comes to you doing something, like going somewhere, you know, on daily and weekly basis. You will know that the new path that is about to manifest is going to consist of this person who is actually going to start coming into your life, which you are not going to become aware of this month, but what you're going to do, it's going to put you on the path where you're going to be very consistent and very persistent almost immediately. And your subconscious mind, you know, to those of you who want to meet someone, you know, this is already going to kind of like start giving you all sorts of ideas, and it's going to start making you feel good again. It's going to start making you feeling alive again, so you will know what this is. On another hand, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you're just basically going to find yourself being very creative on a very special beginning. You're going to find yourself, like, as I said, like exploring the certain part of your life, and you're going to like this so much because it's like all about about a very, 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 very meaningful experience that you're going to have. This meaningful experience that you're going to have is going to change so much. What didn't make sense was just draining so much energy out of you. What didn't make sense, it was draining so much energy out of you because it affected your planning, and then that affected your way of thinking, and then that affected subconsciously like things that you're looking forward to. It just goes like a spiritual domino, and it's a very heavy mama indeed. But it's just all about you finding like yourself in the beginning of a very meaningful experience. It's like a very adventurous moment in time. You also need to understand that you need to think things through from all perspectives. So you have to be open-minded, and at the same time you have to speak your mind to solve your problems. This is something that I need you to pay attention to, because the more you speak your mind, the more echoing from the universe you're going to have. It's just like kind of gonna surprise you how quickly things are gonna start unfolding, in the sense of you understanding what you didn't understand before. So you say something, and then like about a couple of hours later suddenly you understand, oh my god, and now I actually get this. So it's all about getting the most of this spiritual echo, what we get back from the universe. So the February is going to be absolutely fine. The time is just right when it comes to things like that. But on another hand, you know, it's about a very much so an important sudden progress, you know, and this is going to surprise you, because at the same time it's going to require from you to make a kind of quick decisions, and you're going to surprise yourself how quickly you're going to make these decisions. And the more decisions you make quickly, the more you're gonna get out of it. The more decisions you make quickly this month, spontaneously, subconsciously, the more you're gonna like pretty much so gonna get a bounce back in terms of like some kind of very important message that you're gonna like get in your own unique way, and understand exactly how things are unfolding for you in a very interesting way. It's all about you also needing to understand you're gonna learn something so important about a certain subject. You're going to learn something so important about a certain subject. You know, it's like pretty much so to do with like things like a career and things that you're doing, that you're focusing on. So if you're retired, it's just pretty much so to do with like where you're stuck. What are you focusing on? What do you like to achieve? Because this is all leading towards a certain destination, towards the same destination of success, financial security, financial power, and just an ultimate happiness, you know. So you're going to learn something about a specific subject or a career, and this is something that you must not forget, baby, to direct as more devotion towards it as you possibly can, because you are going to have the wiseness of the wisest owl in the world, like throughout the months of February 2022. A very short little baby, very short little month, but my lord, you're gonna get so much out of it. It's pretty much so to do with your own passion, but then again, you need to be the one who's like, you know, taking this passion on the next level by responding to your own intuitive feelings and emotions. So it's all about your own devotion, and like kind of like offering more services and efforts, you know, towards a rather specific goal in your life. You know, you just have to trust yourself, but at the same time there is going to be a very, very interesting advice that you are going to get along the line, because you're going to stumble upon, after that moment in time, you're going to stumble upon like a little problem that is just going to kind of it's like a little obstacle, and then, you know, someone who is very much so connected to you in your life is going to respond to this and give you like a very interesting advice, where you are gonna become aware after that moment in time about some kind of little bastard, some kind of little snake, some kind of little enemies, you know, at the same time. But these snakes and enemies, you know, they're not directly connected with your life. They're part of the pretty much so devilish things at the moment, like out there, but you know, it's nothing to do with your life. But this in itself is just gonna pretty much so going to be like a spiritual petrol, and it's only going to contribute towards you just moving on with your life and staying committed to the tasks at hand, staying committed to those things that only make sense to you, staying committed to those things that help you improve yourself, staying committed to those things that help you improve your life. Do not let your energy be being stolen from you, because these little bastards around at the moment, they doing so many things, you know, to affect people in so many different ways without even realizing. You don't have to look at things, you don't have to stare at things, you don't have to listen to things, you know, that are going on at the moment, but subconsciously, these creatures, they just do kind of find their way in. So that's why you just have to like kind of like just really protect yourself and protect your energy and stay committed to yourself by staying committed to the tasks at hand, which also means that through this situation you will become aware of the hidden enemies, you know, that have got nothing to do with your life directly, but they're affecting your life, and this is going to be playing an important role with you moving on, which is fantastic, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. But you just need to remember this, okay? Very, very important. And also, you know, it is just what you need to remember also, to find work-life balance, to protect your creativity. This is also quite important, but especially when it comes to the actual last week of the month, you know, find work-life balance in order to protect your creativity, because a lot is going to be going on. So this is just the way the energy is going to be. But then on another hand, you know, what else? Like a very interesting idea that you're also going to have, and I really like this, because that idea you will not to be sure how to do, how to get to this moment in life, but then again you need to remember that, you know, the answer to that idea, it's going to come to you when you look back on what you have achieved, and this is going to come with you setting new goals in your lives, you know, with you setting new goals in your life. This is how you're going to do this, and this at the moment it's also going to be really brilliant for you, because on one hand, you know, it is going to mark the end of the situation that is most certainly going to bring you relief, but also at the same time the opportunity for happiness. At the same time, it's going to give you a chance to move on, you know, from the life that no longer serves you, you know, from things that have been bringing you down. You know, it's pretty much so with you moving on with your life, but at the same time, you know, trusting yourself, okay? And also what I was going to say, my gorgeous Scorpioni, look at this. Look, I just have a feeling to take this. Look, just when it comes to this month of February, how important this month is going to be, I literally had to shuffle these cards right now. Sorry, they're a little bit all over the place. So let's just see what the spirits are going to say. My gorgeous spiritus, my gorgeous spirits, let's just see what the tarot card is saying for Scorpioni for February 2022. Oh my lordy, lordy, lord, the Wheel of Fortune, like the surprising situation, it's most certainly going to take place, okay? Very surprising situation is going to take place, and this is when things are going to start changing for you. I'm so happy, because it is going to happen with an element of surprise when you literally can't, you know, you will not even kind of like really expect this particular situation to take place, but then after that moment in time, the real you is going to come out of you, because you will respond to the certain situation, and that is going to open your eyes, that is going to rejuvenate you, re-energize you, that is going to help you realize that a huge, massive, very annoying and difficult problem is coming to an end. This is really, really good, okay? Because it's all about your own personal adjustment, a readjustment, realization that your life is changing, you are moving on, you are about to receive a very important gift this month, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and that gift is going to remind you how special you are, how beautiful you are, how unique you are, and how mystery is your uniqueness, and your uniqueness is your power. The more unique you are, the more powerful you are going to be, and the only way to get on top of things is just to basically do things that make you feel happy. So pretty much so, kind of like a very negative and sad and very difficult situation is like hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Scorpioni, 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 very negative situation. Thank Lord, it's coming to an end, you know, and this is brilliant. It's all about a conclusion, it's all about a new happiness, it's all about the new opportunities, it's all about the new start, it's all about the excitement, it's all about you finding yourself on a very spiritual and powerful request. The feelings and emotions that you're going to have, you didn't feel like in a long time. In the last 36 to 48 months you felt like this. So this is really going to open open your eyes. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's going to make you feel so optimistic about yourself. And also at the same time, it's going to give you an absolutely new opportunity for happiness. You know, it's about a readjustment, rebirth, going to on the next stage of your life, seeing things that you haven't seen before, being able to kind of see a situation from a completely different angle. I'm not saying that you didn't see it before, but there are certain informations that you're going to get hold of that are most certainly going to fill the picture with like, oh my Lord. And at the same time, it's about a little sacrifice that you're going to need to make. So this is a very, very important part of your life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And I can tell you that you have been waiting for this for a while now, you know, very important indeed. And while we are here, look at this oracle card as well, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Look at this oracle card. I just had to take it out. Look at this. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Scorpionis, 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 Scorpioni. Raise your vibration, baby. No one else can do it for you but you. So you see this, my gorgeous Scorpioni. It's about a passion, passion, passion. It's about to return. Look at this gorgeous picture, goes really well with my top. And the little flowers, they always stick out when I talk about a passion because of this color. But it's all about the passion, okay? This is so important. And also, sorry, on another hand, when it comes to your nutrition and things like that, my gorgeous Scorpione, it is rather important for you also to continue taking like a vitamin B complex. Very important, vitamin B complex. Sorry, and I will tell you why. Because you will feel just like a little bit of nervousness, you know, which is normal, natural. You will feel just like a little bit of like a maybe stomach, you know, discomfort, and with the digestion is going to be a little bit sensitive. And at the same time, you will need a little bit of energy. So vitamin B complex, you know, it's absolutely wonderful when it comes to every single aspect, you know. So it's like pretty that I've mentioned. So it's pretty much so if you take a vitamin B complex every single morning, it's going to give you energy almost immediately. It's going to be beneficial for entire digestive system, and it's going to be brilliant for stress and so many other things as well. But primarily when it comes to the energy, it's perfect to take it the first thing in the morning. Okay, you need to make sure that the B vitamin complex, folic acid, is made as a folate, which is a natural version of this B vitamin, and also B12 needs to be made as a methylcobalamin, which is the natural version of this B vitamin, B12, because we don't want more chemicals than we're already having in our lives, you know. So this is why you just need to kind of make sure that if you take something, it's natural. And on another hand, what also is quite important, like to take something to promote like a friendly bacteria inside your gut, you know. So this is something very, really important. If you can get and promote friendly bacteria, you can find this in certain yogurts and things like that. And also on another hand, please do keep on taking like organic dandelion tea, because you specifically are going to benefit from this like there is no tomorrow. You need something to help to get rid of the toxins, you know, in your body, and the dandelion is absolutely big mama when it comes to this. And if you get a dandelion tea, just make sure that dandelion tea is made like in the whole herb and the root as well, okay, ideally. Okay, so if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Scorpioni, or not. So now going on the very first date. Okay, now before we go on the first date, I would look at this gorgeous, 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 gorgeous crystal. This is probably one of the most beautiful crystals I've had. Look at this red jasper. This is the brand new line. This is the part of the brand new lines in my store, and I just cannot believe how powerful red jasper energy actually is. It has got a mind-blowing, incredible grounding properties. It's the stone of endurance and nurturing, and it also drives evil spirits away, negative feelings, negative energy, negative vibration. And there is a lot of that going on at the moment, whether you believe this or not. You know, the confusion it's creating, the fear it's creating, this particular energy, and then that energy is affecting people. It's affecting people's way of thinking, and this, you know, when people lose their way of thinking, they lose their own power, because you don't want someone else to take over, you know. So this is why you just kind of have to always kind of make sure that you ground yourself. You see, with the red jasper, it's absolutely remarkable. And every time when you need a little bit of energy, every time when you feel like a little bit deflated, every time when you feel really negative, every time when you feel like you don't have inspiration, this big mama can help you so much. It just rejuvenates you almost immediately. So when you're doing something important, something that is so important to you, you know, this only increases your passion. Your passion increases your power. So therefore, wherever you project your energy, you get so much more out of it. Okay, so this gorgeous jasper, red jasper, comes with a beautiful sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so I have to say that. So thank you very much. So this is something I would highly suggest you to wear, because it's going to be absolutely perfect with your energy. On another hand, the 5th of February, it's going to be the quite important date. But before I go on the 5th of February, just I want to remind you that not remind you, but tell you that the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd of February, these 3 days are going to be playing an important role when it comes to you just thinking about a certain aspect of your life. Something is going to be on your mind, something is going to be calling you, something is going to like kind of become evident, like it's missing in your life. It's worth to pay attention to what this is, because by the time you get to the 5th of February, it's all about an important practical knowledge that is just, you know, the beautiful spiritual light is going to shine on. Indeed. So it's all about your practical knowledge that is going to be connected to you actually needing to go on the next step of your life, but it's going to be connected to some kind of negotiation. And what is going to happen at around that negotiation, somebody who's so kind of like is important to you, like a certain person in your life, they will tell you something, and that what they tell you, it's also going to become a very illuminating moment in life. It's going to become like the part of your own guidance, because you're going to find out a very specific information that is going to help you so much to realize that there is always another way to do something. Okay, so it's all about like trying to find different ways, coming up with a different plan, or coming up with a brand new plan, you know, thinking how you're going to get somewhere where you want to get, but avoid things that you want to avoid, you know, that are along the way that don't absolutely make sense, you know, whatsoever. So this is why this is so important. On one hand, you know, this is like you need to understand to not to let kind of like your emotions get in the way, but also on another hand, you know, it is brilliant because you are most certainly going to become aware of the certain deception, with you know, certain obscurity, certain dishonesty here, and that in itself is to do with a bad influence, insincere people, a double dealing, and you know, like a people that you should be really cautious about. So this negotiation and everything that I said so far is just really going to contributing to you, towards you just really having enough and wanting to change your life. And this is where the power is still going to start rise within you, because almost like I can see that you're gonna become like a little rebel, but in the best possible way, your own spiritual rebel, because you will just know where is the light and you will want to follow the light. You must remember on the 5th of February and after that moment in time, you follow the light. Do not follow the darkness. You will be following the darkness if you follow things that don't make sense to you, that you don't want to do. So in order to stay on top of the things, follow the light. This is like a bit of a spiritual battle going on at the moment, you know what I mean? So follow the light. Okay, and also the 5th of sorry, I've got like just thing to take a card now for the 5th of February as well. Look at this. This is the one. There you go again. You see, the Hanged Man, rejuvenation, rebirth. You will be able to see something so specific and so special about your life and about yourself, something that was always there, but now suddenly it's going to be like, oh, hello, my darling. Now it's going to be just like that. Okay, this is important, but also an important sacrifice. It's going to be absolutely impossible to ignore, but also the fact to not forget it's about the plan. It's about the plan. It's about the plan. Staying true to yourself. yourself, but avoiding things that don't make sense. Okay, it's about the plan. Very important, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. And another Wheel of Fortune. This is absolutely remarkable that both cards came out that I've actually said before, and Wheel of Fortune jumped out again. I mean, this is I cannot believe how many times the same cards actually came out. And King of Pentacles here is just all about, you know, this is going to it's not going to be easy. The path is not going to be easy, but just remember that there is so much that you have learned. There is so, when you stumble upon, by the time you get to the like about 26th, 27th and 28th of February, it's all about the problem that you're going to stumble upon, and you're not going to be sure how to do it, what to do. There is some kind of question that that is going to be on your mind, but listen, you have got it in the within your experience. You have been through what you have been through, and what you have been through, it gave you enough of the experience to know what the next step is going to be, and to know the right from wrong. Very important, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. Okay, the second important dates and before I go there, I would highly suggest you to get, like, look at this beautiful baby, another gorgeous pendant, jasper, porcelain jasper. This is for emotional balance, emotional protection. This is for relaxation. This is also when we deal with the difficult things, you know, and sensitive issues. It's the stone crystal of the actual stability, and we all have been through lots of difficult issues. We are going through a rather sensitive time, and also, you know, we just need that little bit of protection because it helps with this energy flow, but at the same time we don't kind of let this negativity to take the better of us. Especially if we're emotional, we tend to not think in the way that we normally think. So this is why it's it's really important to pay attention to the actual balance in our lives, you know. And every time when you're dealing with something difficult or sensitive or emotional, you know, this is like a very, very specific stone, because it just helps you with your own balance, and almost immediately it has got a power to increase your personal vibration. For February, March and April 2022, this is going to be very important to have for you, my gorgeous Scorpione. This gorgeous porcelain jasper comes with a beautiful sterling silver chain, and also the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So the next set of dates that I'm going to have it's going to be in between the 13th and the 19th of February 2022. This is, my God, I like it so much. It's all about the hope here, your own faith, you know, bright prospects which are going to inspire you like there is no tomorrow, and you're going to become aware of like a feeling, a very strong connection with your past. So it's about mixing of the past and the present as well, which is going to make you feel really optimistic. But on another hand, there is going to be a very powerful omen that you are going to have. There is going to be a very powerful sign that you are going to have. The signs that you are actually going to have, something just flicked here, something just like we've got a spirit, some kind of a spirit here. Okay, Giulio, the spirit of Giulio. We have got the spirit of Giulio here. The spirit of Giulio is connected to Mark. The spirit of Giulio is connected to Mark, but the spirit of Giulio is sending his love to Mark. But also the spirit of Giulio has got a message for absolutely everyone here, every single Scorpione. The message from spirit called Giulio is, please, you need to keep your eyes open throughout the months of February 2022. What you're gonna see, what you're gonna find out, what you're gonna witness, you're not gonna believe it. This is ridiculously crazy month in so many different ways. What you're gonna see, it's going to like kind of really shaking you a little bit, but then it's nothing to do with you. It's only going to remind you that the life is weird, it is strange, it is mysterious, but also it is going to remind you that, you know, it's important to trust yourself. It's important to follow your intuition. This is the only way out. Julia is saying to you, the only way out is to follow your intuition. When you feel like a very important, like powerful lights within you that are going to be guiding you towards those things that inspire you, these are your way out. Okay, the situations that are like really bizarre. Okay, so we had a message from the spirit. Okay, So now, sorry, in between the 13th and the 19th of February 2022. So just pay attention to the actual signs that you are going to have, because it's all about the omen and the signs that you are going to have, and the signs that you are going to be having in between the 13th and the 19th of February could come as a bird, as a dog, as a coyote, as it can come as any animal really, and you will know what this is. So if you see an animal beforehand that is sharing your dimension, you will feel it in a very specific way. Then you just need to know that very soon after that moment in time, it's preparing you for something. Very soon after that moment in time, it's gonna be pinpointed to you what part of your life it just came to an end, and it's just making you feel so unsatisfied. It's making you feel fighting with yourself. It's making you feel like you're in a self-imposed prison. You know, this is the time when you just like spread your wings, baby. So this is important to pay attention to these omens that you're going to have. Even if you don't see the omen, that doesn't matter. If you see the omen beforehand, you will just know that, you know, this is very soon it's going to be the sign where the certain part is just not worth it to waste your energy on anymore. And if you don't see an omen, you're just going to see the signs in between. This is in between the 13th and the 19th of February that I'm talking about, this omens. If you don't see omens as in a form of animals and things like that, you're going to see lots of signs and signs that you're going to see to pay attention to this unsatisfied part of your life. You have to cut it out, and you're going to feel very strongly about it. But because what is going to be confusing you, it's like an uncertain outlook, but then that specific part of your life made you feel so uncertain, so you don't want to kind of waste your energy anymore. So it's important. But on another hand, the answer to this is stay committed to the task at hand, and at the same time, by staying committed to the task at hand, by doing things that you should be doing to progress, to naturally progress, whatever it's most important to you, whatever means to you so much, like in terms of work and career, or the next step or a next stage in your life, you are going to realize something so important about yourself. While you are enjoying yourself, while you're doing something that you love doing, you know, while you're committed to something that you love doing, while you're expressing yourself, you know, in between the 13th and the 19th of February, you're also going to find out something so specific about yourself, something very unique about yourself. It's just going to become absolutely impossible to ignore, and that in itself is just going to help you so much in order to kind of reflect on what you should actually reflect to in your life when it comes to the next step and next stage in between the 13th and the 19th of February. By the 19th of February, this is going to be absolutely obvious. And you know, at the same time, you need to pay attention to, like, you almost like, I can see that you're gonna kind of like be a part of like a little argument or something. But you know what, just remember, don't waste your energy with people who are so far gone. With people like to have an argument who have, you know, who have so different opinion to you about things, you know, it doesn't really matter, seriously. So it's like an argument, but it's not too big argument. What you need to do is just make sure that you put your foot down, you protect yourself, what you think that you should protect in your life financially and things like that. But on another hand, you know, it's just all about you putting your point across, but without having an argument. That's what I'm trying to say. So someone is going to be challenge you, and if you can just possibly try to put your to put your point across without argument. So this is important. Okay, so the third important dates are going to be on the 28th. On the 28th of February. Now, very important news and very important message, things that you have been working on, things that you have been waiting in anticipation. So very important message when it comes to success, material attainment. You're going to find yourself on a rather advanced level here. That is going to reflect on your healing, and that is going to make you feel very victorious, because the certain difficulty is coming to an end, that it's actually going to start making you feel very stable. Okay, so the 28th of February, it's also going to mark an important day when it comes to you starting to feel very stable financially, very stable with things that you have done, very stable when it comes to you giving a credit to yourself. And it's also going to be like, oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's also going to be the time to relax, because the very annoying stage is slowly coming to an end. This was draining your energy, it was affecting your power, and it's absolutely brilliant, you know, because it's all about the actual conclusion, an important realization, an important problem is coming to an end. And I'm so happy for you, because this made you feel so unhappy, this made you feel so sad, this made you feel so uncertain, this made you feel so negative, this made you feel like, oh, no reason for this, no reason for this. This is when you're going to have such a highly powerful rejuvenating moment in your life, when it comes to your energy being increased, and it's all about the conclusion. And this is going to inspire you, this is going to make you feel so happy about yourself, it's going to make you feel really happy, but it's also going to kind of want you to reconnect with a certain people in your life. This is absolutely brilliant, but it's most certainly gonna mark the end of the problem, which is going to inspire you. There's an inspiration that is coming, an artistic inspiration that is coming, and it will also help you to reflect on an important situation in life. Just to remind you what I said before, look back on what you have achieved and set new goals. Just remember, when it comes to the 28th of February 2022, this is like your little motto, you know, spiritual motto, you know, look back on what you have achieved and set new goal. This is going to be the answer to the question that you are going to be wondering about. Okay. So now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm just going to see briefly what to pay attention to in the first part of February, mid part, and the last part of February. So the first part of February, it's you know, it's a very beautiful and emotional experience that you're going to have, you know, and this is brilliant because it is just kind of going to be the beginning of awakening when it comes to like your psychic abilities. This is very important because it is going to almost immediately help you to reconnect with to connect, not reconnect, but to actually connect with the new part of your life that you would kind of take a longer to kind of like start feeling this vibration and energy. But these psychic feelings are going to help you to reconnect, which means that you're just going to feel this brand new energy pull towards the direction that you should feel, and inspiration and things like that are going to follow. The mid part of February, you know, you just need to kind of give a bit of a vavavumish energy to yourself in such a realization. Not realization, but just you need to kind of say to yourself, you need to understand how unique you are, how powerful you are, and also to never underestimate your ability to make those things to come through in your life that they mean to you so much. Never ever underestimate your ability. You're very, very powerful indeed. Okay, the third part of February is just what it is. It's just all about the actual planning for the long term. On one hand, you are going to have abundance from the past choices, which is what I mentioned before, but on another hand, it's all about the planning for long term. This is very important for you to understand, also to be patient as you decide what's next. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Now then, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship now. So for those of you in relationship, this is going to be big months actually, because it's about the idea that you are both going to have as a couple. But before you see this, before you have this idea, you're both going to be somewhere, or you're going to be looking at something, and then you're both going to get this like a joint idea at the same time. So that idea is going to be mind-blowing, big mama, in so many different ways, because it is just going to inspire you, and it's also going to make you feel very active, and it's also going to bring this powerful determination. You know, this is important for you to kind of like stay devoted to this. It's important because it's going to bring you satisfaction, accomplishment, you know, it's going to bring you lots of love, new devotion, and it's also kind of going to bring you pleasure into your life. So this is something that you should really take on, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Sorry, it's really important. Sorry, it's really important indeed. So now For those of you who are single and ready to mingy, I told you before, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it is more about your accomplishment. It is more about things that are happening in your life. You are not going to find like the love of your life this month, but I'm seeing March and April being really important. March and April are really significant. But why this month is so important for those of you that are single and ready to mingy? Why is it important? Because I told you that there is going to be the stage this month that you will be going through when you are going to become aware of the fact that there's some new people going to start walking into your life. One of them is going to be like stranger in the night, Scorpione in the morning. One of them is going to be your stranger in the night. You know, but basically it's just about you knowing like where that person is going to come from. So when you become aware of the new people coming into your life this month, you will know you know that very soon it's going to be someone very special that is actually going to start coming into your life. And that in itself, it's also it can be connected to you maybe changing your place, or where you go to, maybe to the shop, or where you go out, or where you go to exercise, or whatever you do, you know. It could be with that, but it's to do with the little spiritual domino that is going to walk into your life and slowly start changing everything. So it's more about you focusing on an accomplishment this month and things like that. And then by doing this, you are going to become aware of the very specific part of your life that is going to change, but very soon bring new people. And one of them is going to be like, ooh la la, rather vavavoommish in so many different ways. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. Sorry, I love every single one of you. And I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. So my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Midnight, know the sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She's smiling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight. I can dream of the old days. Life was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Scorpioni, I love you.